Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you another form of doing an Irish style crochet. I wouldn't really classify it as a flower, but it is a very beautiful little design. You can add smaller flowers here, and you can just layer it if you like. You can do many things with little patterns like this. Sometimes when I'm making a bag or a napkin or something, I'm looking for a small design to actually put in the centers of like some granny squares and different things like that. So, you know, you just use your imagination. When I give you the stitch patterns like this, you use your imagination, and not to mention it gives you some practice. So, as many of you know, if you've been following me, you know that I absolutely love Irish crochet. So I do several videos on those, and this is going to be another one. Okay, so this is my example piece, and this time I'm going to use a roll of orange that I have, and you can use any size hook. This one's going to be bigger because my yarn's a little thicker, and this would look most beautiful if you use a fine yarn. So that's just another personal preference. So what you're going to do to start with, as you see I've already done, is chain 16 chains. Alright, and then once you've done that, you're going to slip in here and to the first stitch, and you're going to make your center ring there. Okay, so your center ring is going to be quite big there, and that's fine. That's what you want to do. Now for round 1, you're going to chain 2, and that's going to count as your first half double crochet. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do 35 half double crochet in this ring. Yeah, that's a lot, but you know, when you have a bigger circle, you do have to fill the space. So to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over and just put your hook in the center, draw through, and you'll have 3 hoops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And work over your tail as you're going. So just hold that right here against your work and just complete your stitch, and you'll work right over that tail, and you'll never even know it's there. Okay, so again, what you're doing is you're going to do 35 half double crochet, and I would not even begin counting these until you got further around. That's how I do it. I don't always just count every individual stitch as I go whenever I'm doing numerous stitches. So I'll just go around several different times, and then whenever I get on around my circle, I'll do a good count. Okay, so you want to do 35 half double crochet. Alright guys, so now that I've reached 35, you'll see here you're going to have your little peeker here. You can go ahead and you can go ahead and clip that off of there. Now these are going to become jumbled, so you will have to do some space and arrangements with that, or it's just going to wrinkle up on you. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're going to join in that top of that chain 2 that we did at the beginning, and you're going to have your circle formed, and of course you may have to just keep working those around a little bit to get those spaced evenly. Alright, so now what you want to do is chain 1, and you're going to do a single crochet in the same stitch that you're in, which is right here, the same one that you just joined in. You're going to do a single crochet. Okay, so now what you want to do is you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to skip the next 2 half double crochets, so that's going to be this one and this one. Okay, so this one, you see how close that stitch is? You do have to count that. Like we do in our beanies, we still have to add that as a stitch because it's really close there, and a lot of times you skip it, and that's going to be what causes you to have a miscount and a little bit of a smaller size. If you keep repeating that and repeating it every row and forgetting to do that close stitch there, you're going to really mess your stitch count up. So that's 1, that's 2. So you want to go in this next one, and you're going to do a single crochet there. Okay, now all you're going to do is repeat that technique 11 times. So you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You want to skip 2, 1, 2, go into that third for a single crochet. Okay, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and skip 2. Okay, so go all the way around. I'll meet you back. Okay, so now we've gone all the way around. You want to have your last chain 3 up, skip the next 2, and you want to go into that beginning stitch for a slip stitch that we started in. Okay, now, and I added an extra round here, and I did that intentional because I wanted you to see that you can have different amounts of petals. It looks the same, it's going to work the same. So basically you don't have to have just 10 or 11 or 12 petals. If you want to make this supersized for extreme crochet projects, different things like that, you can add as many of these petals as you would like. So I had added an extra one up here, and it really doesn't make that big of a difference. This is a very forgiving stitch pattern, so in here in the beginning ring where we added 35 half double crochet, you can add as many as you want. When you go back to the beginning where we did the chain 16, you want to make this an even bigger project, chain as many as you want. Again, this is a forgiving pattern and it works well. The bigger you go, you can make this item as big as you want to make it. So just work with it. Like I said, it's a very simple design and it works well with you, so just work with it and see what you guys come up with. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the description box, or not the description box but below it, and I'll be glad to do the best I can. So till next video guys, make sure that you hit the like button for me, and happy hooking.